a really crazy year. I'm trying to remember the exact order of everything. I shot Immaculate January, February, and then I shot Anyone But You March, April, and into May, I think. And then I started Echo Valley in June. And then I jumped into starting to train for Christy Martin, the top of July. It's very project dependent on how I decide if I want to do something or not. With Echo Valley, I read the script, and Brad Inglesby, the writer, he just perfected such an amazing story of twists and turns and unexpected occurrences. And Claire also is such a flawed character, and I love flawed characters. If something scares me, then usually I'm gonna do it, because that means I'm challenging myself. I actually did not know about Christy Martin before I took the part. I had been searching for a character that would enable me to use this athletic version of myself. I'd been fielding a bunch of different stories and scripts. I was on a flight to Barcelona to shoot, and my agent was like, you should read this. And it was just an untitled script, and it was Christy's life. I remember as I was reading it, I was just having this visceral reaction and just crying my eyes out. I was just so unbelievably amazed that this woman had gone through such an intense and inspiring story. My mom told me from a very young age to fall in love with as many things as possible. And so I did. I love sports. I love being outside. Growing up, I was on a ski team. I wakeboarded. I slalom ski, which is on the water. I was on a soccer team, softball team. And then my parents also got me into grappling and kickboxing. Grappling is like wrestling. I was the only girl at the dojo. It was called Gokor Hayastan. I trained there from like 13 until I was about 18, 19 years old. I had a few grappling tournaments, which were a lot of fun. I have a few ribbons. I fought all guys.
So you could kill someone. If they kidnap you, they're in trouble.
I would like to think that if shit went down, I might be able to step up.
Let's go back to Christy for a minute. Tell me about the regimen.
I started eating, and then I started training. And I had about 3.5 months of training. I loved it. I weight trained in the morning for an hour, kickboxed midday for about 2 hours, and then weight trained again at night for an hour every day. And when I was filming, it was really hard. I gained a little over 30 pounds. My hair in the movie is really fun because you go from the 80s to early 2000s, so her hair really changes as she grows up, and you see the different time periods, which I always have such a blast with when I get to change my look. It's really exciting for me. So I had brown contacts in because she had brown eyes, different hair. My body was just completely different. I had to get all new jeans. I didn't fit in any of my clothes. I'm usually like a size 23 and I was wearing like a size 27. My boobs got bigger. And my butt got huge. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Were you worried that somebody might smash your face?
No, because I get really into it. I mean, I always would have like bruises all over me. I loved it. My mom always wanted to make sure that acting wasn't just my only thing in my life. So I had tons of other things that I loved. Well, my first thing I booked, I think it was like an Avista commercial or something, like a hometown commercial. But the first real thing, I want to say it was either like a one line on Criminal Minds or Heroes. I can't remember which one was first.
You never did Law and Order? SVU?
No, but I want to so, but I still beg my agents.
I'm
like, can I
obsessed with Law and Order
please
SVU.
have just like a character arc on the show? She goes, no. I'm so mad I didn't do it. I religiously watched the show. Like every night before bed.
Law and Order?
Well, SVU Law and Order. So good. I've watched every episode, I think, probably 3 times. When I was little, I used to watch Titanic all the time. So I love Leo, yeah. I've memorized the whole film. First time I wore high heels. Oh gosh, because I'm short. I'm kind of self-conscious about being short. And I've always wanted to be tall. So in middle school, I was so stupid. I would wear heels. And I look back at it now and I'm like, what were you doing, Sid? Like, go put some comfortable shoes on. But I had, I'm gonna cringe and people are gonna be like killing me in the comments. But I had the Converse that had the wedge. And then there were like these little jean shoes that had a little wedge heel and ties. And I wore those 2 pairs of shoes all the time. And it made me feel so much better.
Do you remember the audition for Euphoria?
I put myself on tape with my mom in my mom's bedroom sitting on the couch. It was a made-up scene. It was always for Cassie. Cassie breaks my heart many times. Cassie's a very emotional girl. I love it. She wears all of her heart and everything on her sleeve. Sometimes her clothing options are questionable, but she tries so hard and it's so heartbreaking. And she doesn't make the best of decisions, but she just leads with her heart always. I have seen people as Cassie for Halloween.
But now you have to tell me your favorite Halloween costume.
I'm trying to think of what one of my favorites would be. One year I did like a zombie, I think it was like a zombie Joker. There was a few years there where I was really into special effects makeup. And so I'd always do my little brother's makeup and make him look crazy. I remember like burning my own costume and like making it look really cool. I don't think it probably looked as cool as I thought it was. Is it hard to act while I'm not wearing clothes? No.
You don't find you get like nervous?
No. I think that I have gained so much confidence and self-awareness through Cassie. I think that the female body is a very powerful thing. I think that for me, I'm telling my character's story. And so I owe it to them to tell it well and do what needs to be done. Geez, what was my real first kiss? It's because sometimes I'd be like, oh, I didn't want that to be my first kiss. And I'm trying to remember. I think I was like 13 and it was in this apartment complex with this guy. I don't even remember his name. He was like 2 years older than me and he like kissed me in the hallway and we never talked. It was really disappointing. But I have a better story of like a fun, cute first kiss. Okay. My best friend, Brett, he's my best friend to this day in kindergarten. We were in the like art closet. He kissed me. I think it was like either on my cheek or my forehead. Then we got in trouble because we were in the closet and we had to come out. The joke is that I was his first kiss and now he's out of the closet. And that's like the joke. But he's my best friend still to this day. And he's left the closet. I have a lot of pet peeves. Where do I start? I hate when people talk with food in their mouth. I hate that. I hate when someone doesn't look you in the eyes when you're talking. I don't get that.
Are you more like a cat or a dog?
More like a dog. I have puppy love. I like to cuddle. I don't want to be alone. I want to constantly be playing. I want to be outdoors. I want to be running around. I get distracted by squirrels. I'm very much a dog.
Do you ever not know where you are when you wake up?
All the time. Most of the time, whenever I fly somewhere, it's actually really bad. My mom's terrified one day I'm going to get kidnapped because I will just follow signs that have my name or my alias's name on it. And I have no idea where I'm going. I'm like, oh, you have a sign that says my name. I will follow you. No idea where I am. So far, I've made it to all my destinations, but I won't be surprised if one day I'm like, wait, I'm not supposed to be here. I do have a good scream. No. No, it's gonna be crazy. I can't do that. You really want me to scream? Oh my God, I haven't screamed in like, God, a year. Anybody on sound, you're gonna wanna not be. You can count off. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3. That was our best scream ever. Zora got scared.